Pro Wrestling Show. Man, oh man, the road to Money in the Bank is here. We're going to have to predict the outcome for WWE Money in the Bank, where a whole bunch of stakes are in the Money in the Bank Wells Championship as well. Plus, hot topics as Impact star ready to leave Impact. Who wants to leave Impact? Major top star in AEW. Who's coming aboard? If you want to find out more, it's the Pro Wrestling Show starts right now. Welcome to our edition of the Pro Wrestling Show. I'm your host, always, Ken Dixon, here on this weekend. Glad you're here. Glad you're watching us in the Pro Wrestling Show. We want to get you up to speed, as always we do. We was out last week because we was doing so much that we came back. We want to get you up to speed. But first things first, join in the conversation using the hashtag Pro Wrestling here on Pro Wrestling Show, here on Connect. Thank you all for watching on this great day as we do what we do. For no Raw report, on SmackDown report this week, we're going to have to predict the outcome because it's kind of like we have to be fair for you. So we want to give you a good show. Let's get started with the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. Now, many of you know that Alexa Bliss won last year's Money in the Bank, and she looks forward to winning the two-peat again. But she has to go through her Raw counterparts as well, like Natalya, who's been on the first ever women's Money in the Bank. Dana Brooke making her first appearance in the women's Money in the Bank. And Naomi, who's making an appearance as well during last year's appearance as well, where they'll go against their SmackDown counterparts as well as Bayley, Mandy Rose, Carmella, who won the first Money in the Bank, and Ember Moon, who's making her first appearance, her second appearance, I think, yes, her second appearance. These 8 women, wants to showcase that they want to be the next women's champion for their respective brands. But this past week on Raw, is we had a fatal 4-way with both brands where Alexa Bliss elected to not compete, and she put Nikki Cross in her place, and Nikki Cross won for Alexa Bliss, and Alexa Bliss standing on top of the ladder like she did last year, winning the briefcase, cashing in that same night, cashing in on Nia Jax, the woman who she beat to become the women's champion and regain the Raw Women's Championship. Once again, could Alexa Bliss do it again at Money in the Bank? Maybe, never know. But also with the women as well from SmackDown giving out social media messages as well. So I want to say it's a tough one because it's all of them capable. So you look at people who've been experienced enough, and I want to say Mandy Rose. That's a name that you never thought you would hear. But I think Mandy Rose will win the women's Money in the Bank. I guarantee it. If she does, she is gonna be a dent in the crack between her and Sonya Deville, because Sonya gonna feel like she should have been in the Money in the Bank. She would have won it. And I think that's what the storyline they're gonna go. Watch and see. Watch what I tell you. Also, for the SmackDown side of things, Roman Reigns, who's competing on SmackDown, due to this wild card rule that Mr. McMahon invoked, that superstars from Raw can appear on SmackDown, superstars from SmackDown can appear on Raw. So it's sort of like a brand extension in a way. Like, you might well just want to kick the brand extension out and just put superstars on each show, but I guess they want to give opportunity and help with the ratings since WWE's in a ratings crisis. So to each his own. But Roman Reigns goes one-on-one against Elias after this whole scenario started when Mr. McMahon announced that SmackDown's newest addition was going to be Elias, but the chairman didn't expect Roman Reigns to appear, and Superman punched him in the lines, embarrassing both of them, leaving the chairman off on TV for a minute. And Elias getting revenge for shaming Mr. McMahon on Roman Reigns' behalf, on their behalf. So I'm believing Roman Reigns is going to win that Money in the Bank. And it's kind of weird that Roman Reigns went against Jinder Mahal last year. Look what happened. So, hey. But this past week, Elias teamed up with Bobby Lashley on Raw with Miz and Roman Reigns. And Bobby Lashley and Elias wins on Raw. On SmackDown, Roman Reigns wins his team with the Usos, with Miz was not ringside. With the new tag team champions SmackDown, Daniel Bryan and Rowan teamed up with Shane McMahon and Elias. So everything's looking kind of how it be. So on the blue brand side, but continue on with that side as well as Kofi Kingston defends the WWE Championship in his first title defense. Not his first title defense, but this is going to be his third title defense against Kevin Owens. Now, this all stemmed from when Kofi Mania was still on the verge, and Mr. McMahon told Kofi Kingston during February Elimination Chamber that he wasn't going to get an opportunity when Kofi Kingston was not WWE champion, that Daniel Bryan would defend his title against Kevin Owens, and Kevin Owens came back with a babyface reaction, but he just didn't work to effect. So fast forward, now Kofi Kingston is now the WWE champion, and Kevin Owens tried to befriend Kofi, but Kofi Kingston knew better that you can't trust KO, and Kevin Owens turned and attacked him, and now finally this match is going to culminate one-on-one for the WWE Championship, and Kofi Kingston, I predict, will win this match and retain his title. And it was that sneaky attack where Kofi Kingston got attacked by Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, which they should put them together against, Xavier Woods. So Xavier Woods out there. So, it's complicated, but then again, they should have had this weeks in advance. But Kofi Kingston is the guy who's going to retain his title, I guarantee. All right. For the SmackDown Women's Championship, Becky Lynch is going to have a long night. She's going to pull double duty. Well, for the SmackDown side, Becky Lynch must defend her SmackDown title against Charlotte Flair. Now, this stems from WrestleMania, once again, that Becky didn't pin Charlotte. Charlotte felt like you pinned Ronda, but you didn't pin me. So she has an untitled claim to that state. So Becky must prove that she can beat Charlotte one-on-one, one of two defenses. So I believe Becky Lynch will retain the SmackDown Women's Championship. It's going to be a long night for Becky, but the second match as well will be even crucial, as Becky must defend her championship against Lacey Evans for the Raw Women's Championship. Now, this whole thing started too after WrestleMania, where Lacey Evans will come down to the ring and give people a tease by doing her entrance and just turn around. Well, this time, Becky Lynch was impressed, and Lacey Evans knocked her out, and then thus started this feud between these two ever since, been brawling, and now it culminates in the ring. But, instead of with the championship match, Becky Lynch had a double contract signed where she had Charlotte and Becky and Lacey Evans in her presence, and both challengers powerbombed Becky Lynch to a table, sending her a message that double trouble for Becky 2 belts. But, Becky Lynch will retain the Raw Women's Championship over Lacey Evans. I'll be shocked if Lacey Evans win. I'm believing Becky Lynch is going to retain her title in her first title defense as the Raw Women's Champion, and her other title defense against Charlotte Flair for the SmackDown Women's title. It's going to be a long night for Becky Lynch. I'm telling you like I see it. All right. And Shane McMahon goes against The Miz, this time in a steel cage. Now, they had their feud at WrestleMania where Shane won the match in a Falls Count Anywhere. Wow. But Miz did a high death defy. But at the same time now, Miz moved over to Raw from SmackDown. This rivalry continues on Raw since Shane can go to Raw as a McMahon. So I expect Miz to get his comeuppance over Shane McMahon. and win the match and finally put Shane to rest and move on. All right. That is the first half of the Money in the Bank Predicted Outcomes special. We'll have the second half later on in the show. But when we return, we're going to have Hot Topics as Impact star wants his release, but he gets it. And plus, legendary luchador dies in the ring. You won't believe how all this came about. Just stay tuned when more Pro Wrestling shows. Stay tuned. I'm your host, always KD. Glad you're here. Thank you for watching Pro Wrestling Show. Thank you all once again for watching the Pro Wrestling Show the last week, the other week, where we garnered almost 70 views. Thank you. You just don't know. That was the highest rated Pro Wrestling Show ever. But we thank you, and we hope you can gain more views. And if you're a big wrestling fan, subscribe. We're going to continue on give you what you want here on the Pro Wrestling Show. That's what we're here for, and that's what we want to do. So join in the conversation using the hashtag Pro Wrestling. Keep the conversation going. All right, let's get to Hot Topics. All right, Hot Topics this week. Legendary luchador Silk King dies at the age of 51, but he dies in the ring while in wrestling a match, and he had suffered a heart attack. We don't want to show the footage because we want to have respect for him and his family during this grieving moment. But Silver King wrestled in Mexico and in WCW, and he will be missed. I don't remember Silver King, but I heard of him, but he will be missed. It's unfortunate something like that happened in the ring. So, that's what it is. So, sorry about his loss. All right. Could John Moxley debut on AEW pay-per-view? Now, the spoiler ran out where Jake Hager, formerly known as Jack Swagger, won the surprise, and he said this. Wow, okay, if Dean Ambrose, what he used to call himself, but now John Moxley debuts for AEW, that's going to be big. AEW is getting more traction now, and they ain't even got a weekly show yet, and the pay-per-views in 2 weeks, so we put up a shelf for AEW, and they're putting up more ways than one. Also, speaking of AEW, they signed Earl Hebner. He's going to be a referee for AEW, and Paul Turner for Ring of Honor. So, AEW bringing in the referees, the big names. So, AEW is going to be a strong force to be reckoned with. And plus, AEW just got going to be on TNT, and they just landed on the Turner upfronts. Upfronts is like they're selling to advertisers. AEW is on that advertiser presentation list, and AEW made the cut. And so now we're going to see AEW back on Turner. That was going to be on TBS, but it's on TNT coming Tuesday nights this fall. So look out for AEW. Speaking of a dream match, speaking of that, Goldberg will go one-on-one against The Undertaker. Who would ever imagine The Undertaker versus Goldberg? Now, if they put The Undertaker versus Sting, I'm for the Foundations of War. When you got Sting from WCW and Undertaker from WWE. But now you have Goldberg who was in WCW, former Universal Champion, former WCW Champion, former WWE World Heavyweight Champion, against The Undertaker, former multi-time champion. Man, that the possibilities are endless, and the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia gets it. It's gonna be a dream match this week. Imagine that WWE and WCW back in the prime would have had that match, man. But WWE getting the match for the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. But speaking of that, WWE Saudi Arabia show has a name that's been revealed. It's called Super Showdown. It stems from the name from last October's event from Australia. Now WWE wants to bring it back for the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Many people had speculated that it was going to be the WWE Sands of Time. So WWE going with the, Super Showdown. So it was it. Also, Impact star Killer Kross asked for his release from the company, but the company denies his release. That they're saying that many reports are saying that the company paying wages low and Impact's not making as much for like their per paying appearance there. Killer Kross has come out of his pocket even more. That's one thing I hate, that they said that also Killer Kross was just using Impact as a stepping stone to get to bigger corporate organizations like a WWE or AEW. Well, hey, you gotta do what you gotta do, but at the same time, you better ride your contract. So Impact wanted him to ride his contract out until he had further options. But like I said, Killer Kross is a good star. I don't know, for Impact, you got all these stars, even stars I named that they should get. They got, work what you got from there. Make a secondary belt. Make a belt that will be like a global championship. You got the world championship, you got the X Division, you got the tag team, the women's. Then I can make that fifth belt become a secondary mid card title, like for Eddie Edwards to challenge, for Killer Kross to challenge, for Moose. You Impact got the money, some of the money. Make call it the international championship or something. See what the NWA doing? They kind of like, they don't want to spend that much. They don't want to lose out all the money they got. So anyway, speaking of that, the rumors that Killer Kross is dating Scarlett Bordeaux, but they haven't confirmed nor denied. Well, Scarlett's contract is coming up to the end of this summer, so we'll see if Scarlett Bordeaux is going to stay in Impact or leave with her alleged man. So we'll see on that. Also, Lars Sullivan has been fined $100,000 for his insensitive comments. Now, this comes from STEM, where social media has really gone traction and found out Lars Sullivan has said insensitive remarks about minorities, women, even WWE superstars during the time like Kofi, R-Truth. Now Lars Sullivan, WWE issued a statement saying they're going to make sure Lars Sullivan goes to insensitive class to learn the insensitivities about minorities and people, so Lars can know how to use his words wisely and be more productive. So it's big up for WWE, but Lars has been a wreck, a monster throughout Raw and SmackDown during their wild card. So we'll see how Lars will go. Now, so they were saying he was dealing with so much mental illness, mentally problem before he came to the main roster. But it was, yeah. Also, WWE gets nominated for MTV Award, the MTV Movie and TV Award. But Roman Reigns get nominated for an award, and also the WrestleMania 35 Women's Main Event is nominated as well. So big ups to WWE on that note and stuff like that. Well, that does it for Hot Topics this week. Let's continue back on with the predict the outcome for WWE Money in the Bank, as we went through the first half during the first half of this show. Let's go into the second half. All right. Samoa Joe defends the United States Championship against Rey Mysterio. Now, Samoa Joe did appear on Raw, where Rey went against competition against Cesaro after Cesaro made some like insistent jokes by his height. Rey challenged him to a match, as Rey always do, the biggest little dog. Rey Mysterio defeated Cesaro, and think they're trying to move Cesaro into the singles competitor. And there's been rumors, speculations about Cesaro's Paul Sheamus about to wind down his career. And, hey, good look for Cesaro, because Cesaro, I feel like Cesaro should be up there with the heavyweights and stuff. So they give him a run. I guess the Vince McMahon doesn't like Cesaro cadence. He doesn't know how to speak and stuff like that. But hey, I seen the man since 2012 did that little spinning helicopter move. So Cesaro knows a thing or two about pure wrestling skills and pure in-ring ability. But I don't wonder why Cesaro ain't in this match in Money Bank. But hey, to each his own, I guess. Also, Seth Rollins defends the WWE Universal Championship against AJ Styles. First time ever in the WWE. Like AJ said, and Seth Rollins said, they had a match prior, back 15 years ago, when AJ dubbed Seth Rollins the future of the business. But now, Seth Rollins sees a different light as the champion. So it's going to be a good match. Former WWE champion AJ Styles versus Seth Rollins. I think Seth Rollins will retain his title. And I think Joe's going to lose his title. I meant to say that. So Joe's going to lose his title. Also, finally, the men's Money in the Bank ladder match, where the winner receives a contract for any world championship, the WWE or the Universal, where men like Ali, Mustafa Ali, Randy Orton, who've been in Money in the Bank before, won the briefcase before, Andrade, this is his first Money in the Bank ladder match, Finn Balor, I want to say this, I don't know, I think this is Finn's first too. Baron Corbin, who won a Money in the Bank ladder match in 2017. Drew McIntyre, who been in a Money in the Bank ladder match. Ricochet, and Sami Zayn. So Sami Zayn won due to Braun Strowman replacing him after defeating him in a Falls Count Anywhere match with the help of Drew McIntyre and Baron Corbin. And they just left, when Sami won, they left him in the woods and just threw him out there to get chokeslammed and to show like Braun Strowman for losing his opportunity. Like I said, it's so many people. You got high flyers like Ali, Andrade, Finn Balor, Ricochet. You got heavy hitters like Baron Corbin, Drew McIntyre, Randy Orton, who's done it before. And you got, I don't know, Sami Zayn is kind of like a hybrid between a high flyer and a brawler. So I'm going with Drew McIntyre on this one. It's Drew's time, but if Drew doesn't win, I'm thinking Andrade. But my feeling is Drew McIntyre is going to win. So I'm going with Drew McIntyre. He's going to pull it off. So he can't hold on to the briefcase and cash in at SummerSlam against Seth Rollins. And they'll just go from there with him and Rollins in a feud. All right. That does it for the Money in the Bank predicting outcome. Thank you all for watching this edition of the Pro Wrestling Show. And we hope to see you next week for the next Pro Wrestling Show. I've been your host, Kendrick Dix, and we'll have a show for Money in the Bank review Fallout. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you next time here on the Pro Wrestling Show. See you later.